Hi guys, Monkted here. Welcome back to another video, and today I'm going to be showing you how to print and what printing is, so you can debug your code on Roblox Studio. You may ask, what is debugging? If there's a bug in your script, it's going to error in the output, and if you don't have the output, you can just go into View and then Output. And then I used to think that output wasn't like a big deal as I started scripting, but output helps a lot because if you have an error in your script, and you don't know what the error is, the output will tell you the error of the script if it's wrong. But that's where printing, or if your script doesn't have a error in it, that's where printing will come in. So actually right away, if I just go back and then insert a script in the workspace, right, it says print hello world, and then printing, you may ask, what is printing? So printing is a function that you use to print something in the output. So if we just inserted that script automatically, it will do print hello world. So if we click play, then it will print hello world in the output. Alright guys, so as we join or test the game, the first thing we see is hello world, because that's the first thing that's happening, right? We're printing hello world. So how do you make something a print? So when you say print, right, and then anything in these speech marks, you basically, that's what you're typing, right? But the reason you don't just say hello world is because the script doesn't know what this means, and it thinks you're like saying like, it's hard to explain, but like the script doesn't know what this means for, that's the basic thing. But then when you add these quotations, or I guess it's just a string value, so when you add the string value, anything in this string value, it's gonna print. So you use string values a lot to like see if it's there, or just like call it something. So like, I guess local print hello world, and then you can do equals whatever you want, right? And then let's just change this to print hello world. So now that print hello world equals that, if we just delete these, it has no idea what this means. Like, if you put quotation around it, then that's like what it means. Like, if you say print print hello world, right? Now it's going to know that what that means, because print hello world equals print hello world. So if we join real quick, we'll just like do that. We play. You can see again the first thing that happens is it prints hello world. So hopefully that helped with printing. But now, what do you use printing for? It might seem useless to you, but there's actually a lot of things you can use printing for. For example, maybe not a lot, but it's very useful. So the first thing you can use it for is you can either use it to debug your code, or just know when something happens in your code. So let's say we had this code that said it was changing. Let's insert a part, right? And let's make it anchored. And then let's change the name to, let's change the part name to brick, right? Now this happens to me a lot, but I have the output that helps. So let's do local part equals game.workspace.part. Right, I do that a lot because I forget that I named the part brick. And also, if you change the part's name, like let's say later on we wanted to name this brick 2 or brick 1 because we have a second brick, right? Obviously this is going to error since the name isn't brick, it's brick. So let's just say we had this, it's auto-correcting me, but I'm not going to do it, and we'll just name this to brick 2. But this is going to error because we named it to brick 1, right? So you guys can see it doesn't know what brick is because brick isn't a valid member of workspace. So a lot of mistypes, or if they just forget that they changed it to a different name, that will error your code. But let's say something like if you just deleted that and you did like a repeat, wait until game.workspace.brick1.canCollide equals false. And we're going to want to do 2 equals because we're not changing it, we're seeing if it's equal to false, right? So what this script is going to do is it's going to repeat this wait until brick1.canCollide equals to false. So if we just insert a script into this, and we say wait 10 script.parent.canCollide equals to true, right? And obviously I know that this is set to false and this is set to true, but let's say we made that mistake, right? So let's just join real quick. Alright, so this is where printing comes in, right? So I know you guys can't see, but if we did something like print brick dot canCollide right? Let's see if we printed that. Obviously it's not going to update it since I haven't stopped it yet, but let's say we did do that. That wouldn't print and there's no errors in the output, and the reason for that is because the script thinks it's doing it all right? Because the script doesn't know what you want the game to be, and the script isn't wrong, it's just that you forgot to change it to false. So the output's not going to error, and a lot of times you don't know what you did wrong. So a lot of times that people don't know printing, so they don't know what to do. Let's just say we had a huge line of code, right, and we didn't know where it was erroring. So we did all these lines of code. Let's say we did like another repeat, wait until game.workspace.brick2.canCollide equals to false, right? Now let's just duplicate this and name it to brick 2. Then also we can just change the script to false. Let's say we had this line of code right here, and it gets way bigger, but let's do print brick 2, and we'll just change this to brick 1.canCollide, or we can just change this to canCollide equals false. Alright, so now we have these 2 different bricks, and obviously the code is way longer in like main game scripts, but sometimes you don't know where the script is erroring, because it's not actually an error, it's just you forgot to turn it to false. So we can use printing, and we can even put a value before this, or a print before this, saying script started, right? And then if we play, Right, so you guys can see that it says print script started. It printed that, right? And then it says brick 2, since we did wait 10, that's why it's down here. It says brick2.canCollide equals false, because we told it to print that in the output. But it doesn't say print 1. It doesn't say brick1.canCollide equals false, exclamation point. So now we know that the error, or the code that's not, it keeps repeating here, so it's not an error, but we just forgot to change it to false. So now we know it's happening somewhere here, but this isn't an error, so it might cause us to go check something like this script, right? So we might go check that and we might change it to false, right? So that's basically what printing is. You can use this to a bunch of different things. It helps in longer scripts when you don't know what your script is erroring out. But yeah, that's it for today's video, guys. If you liked it, make sure to subscribe, join my Roblox group. That's for today. Bye.